Each night, if Dodgers pitchers strike out at least 7 batters, everyone will get a free jumbo jack the following day at Jack in the Box with the purchase of a large drink. This is at the LA area locations. Unfortunately, only 3 strikeouts for Dodger pitchers today, but another chance coming up Friday when Tyler Glasnow starts against the Texas Rangers. Let's go back to Toronto. Shohei Ohtani is speaking with Kirsten Watson and the media.
Shohei, when you look at just how you were navigating through their lineup, the pitch count got up early. Did it feel like today was a bit of a grind for you personally?
球数も上がってきて、今回の登板はちょっと努力が必要な登板になったんですかねと。
そうですね、出来は良くなかったですけど、責任イニングと球数はしっかり投げれたので、そこは唯一良かったのかなと思います。
Yeah, didn't really feel great going into the game. Made some adjustments and finished strong at the end.
We don't often see you with just kind of ice. Obviously, you are in your recovery post-game, but how are you feeling after this outing today?
登板直後、一緒にやってますけども、状態はどうでしょうかと。
いや、状態は悪くはないかなとは。投げ心地がやっぱ良くなかったので、遠征の最後にはね、多少疲れはありますけど、その中でも、それなりに投げてたのが良かったなと思います。
Yeah, it didn't feel that great. It's the end of the long road trip. So in that sense, I'm just wanting to make sure that I'm recovering and feeling better.
Why was it important for you to put Miguel's father's initials on your hat today?
右のお父さんの帽子につけた理由としては。
本人もね、もちろん辛いとは思いますけど、それでもこうやってグラウンドに来て、プレーして素晴らしいプレーもありましたし、みんなでチームとしてね、支えていければいいんじゃないかなと思います。
I'm sure it's been a tough day for Miggy, and he's showed up today, made some really good plays, and we just want to make sure that he's just well supported.
Shohei, offensively, where are you at? Do you feel like you're getting closer to more consistency, or do you feel like you're starting to find something?
バッティングの調子は取り戻している感じですか？
前進はしてるかなとは思いますけど、毎年シーズンの最初はこんなもんなのかなっていう、いつも通りなのかなっていう印象かなと思います。
It's going in the right direction. Just overall, like in my career, I think April's been okay. So I think it's where it's supposed to be.
Just to clarify, you weren't feeling great. Is that more like fatigue, or was there something off with your delivery that you were looking to sort of correct and address there?
フォーム的なことなのか、何か体調的なことなのか、今日のそのしっくりこない理由としては。
どちらもではないですかね。遠征の最後で、デーゲーム寄りのゲームだったので、そういう意味では疲れは少し、みんなあるとは思いますし、そのせいなのかは分からないですけど、投げ心地が良くなかったので、そこは次の登板までにしっかりと見直したいなと思ってます。
Hard to say, but I think it's a little bit of both. I think for players, we usually feel the fatigue at the end of the road trip. I'm not sure if that was the main cause, but I want to make sure that I'm addressing, if any, some mechanical changes.
These first couple of weeks, seems like you've been getting walked a lot. Do you feel like you're being pitched around more than you have in the past? And if so, how, much better have you gotten exercising patience?
フォアボールが結構多くて、相手のピッチャーの攻め方っていうのがちょっと変わってきてるっていうところで、そういうのにも対応できているって感じですか？
そうですね。フォアボールは好きなので、くれる分にはもらいますし、ストライクに来れば振るし、シンプルにもう何も考えずに作業だと思って打席に立っていればいいのかなと思ってます。
I try to really stay with a simple approach, and if they're not throwing me strikes, I'm happy to take a walk. And if they are throwing strikes, my job is to swing at them.
All right, so Shohei Ohtani making his second regular season start of the year. We remember he only made 2 starts during the entire spring, and he talked about it a little bit. Agent said he didn't feel great before this start, but he was able to make some adjustments and finish strong. What did you see from him today?
Yeah, I personally thought he'd had a great game. Let's go to the K-zone and show some of the great pitches that he was able to throw today and execute. And for me, just his ability to just throw pitches in the strike zone or pitches that look like strikes and fall out of the strike zone. Right here we have a slider that's up in the zone a little that we get a ground ball on. And then right here you start seeing fastballs right in the down the way, exactly where you want it to be. Great pitch, ground ball. Then again, you get another fastball up in the way, exactly where you want it against a hitter like Clement. You know, we know he's going to put the ball in play. He's not a big power guy, so you want to go up in the zone against him. And then you start seeing the great sliders right here. Perfect pitch. Looks like a fastball down the middle, maybe a fastball up middle, ends up being a fastball or a slider down and then a sweeper down in. Then the split. Looks like it's going to be middle in fastball, great pitch. Ends up being a splitter down in the zone. And again, Ernie Clement, remember that high fastball? Now this pitch looks like a high fastball, ends up being a sweeper away. Just great pitches, well execution, nothing down the middle. And then we talk about, the question was it a grind out there? He went 6 innings, didn't give up an earned run. If that is a grind, I'll take a grind every single outing from him. And if he wasn't feeling great going into it, he had a great outing. He went 96 pitches, 60 strikeouts, or 60 strikes. Mm-hmm. He didn't get a ton of strikeouts, but he also only walked 1 hitter. So even if he wasn't feeling great, even if his misses were not where he might miss by a little bit, maybe he was missing by a little bit more, and so that felt like a grind. But he had an incredible outing against a great lineup. For me, this was a great outing. He still hasn't given up an earned run all season. So 2 outings, 6 innings each outing, not an earned run. To me, this is an outing that I'm like, I want that every single time out of you. Yep. So for me, grind, no grind, whatever it was, keep doing that.
Yeah, I mean, he's my Cy Young pick for this year. I think I said it another show, but he's my guy. I feel like he's going to give you what you need. And as hitters, you know this guy is a strikeout pitcher. So these hitters are going into the game plan saying, hey, we got to be swinging, guys. We got to be swinging. And guess what? Ohtani notices that. He knows that. Will Smith knows that. So, I mean, for him to execute his game plan, I thought he did a great job overall. Yeah, maybe when he missed, okay, it looked bad, right? But when you're a power pitcher and you throw with that much movement, you're going to miss bad sometimes, right? It's just, that's what it is. But for him to be able to get those ground ball outs like he did today and give us length, right? He wants to be a guy that can go 6 or 7 innings, right? At least at the beginning of the season, maybe later in the season, go a complete game. So I thought he did a great job of what he was trying to do when he saw those hitters, obviously putting the ball in play. And, the hitters last year in the World Series, they were a better hitting team than the Dodgers were. So he knows these guys can hit. He kept the fastball down, and he did a great job of mixing the off-speed in.
Yeah, I think he was great. The 1 run that scored was an error. If that run doesn't score, maybe he's able to go longer in the game because that accumulated to the pitch count as well. So, again, to me, I think this is a great outing. I will take that out of him every single time.
You go 6 innings, you get 10 ground ball outs, 6 infield pop-ups, couple strikeouts. There were no fly ball outs in this game. To me, that sounds like a great day for any starting pitcher.
Yeah, and that's why for me, when the question was it a grind? I was like, okay, I need a little more context to a grind because
Shohei standards.
Shohei standards.
Maybe I'll take that.
Well, and we saw Will Smith. He's catching day game after a night game, which is already difficult in its own right, James. And then today he was having an issue with his glove at one point. He has to change the glove out, and then he has the pass ball. He's taking foul balls off of his mask. He got beat up behind there. He had a throwing error as well. It was just a tough day for Will Smith physically, and also, I mean, with some of the things that happen behind the plate.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to replicate your backup glove as your game glove, as your everyday guy, right? That's like your baby. And you saw that ball pop out of his glove. I mean, he did look up, too, at the runner, and I think he was thinking about throwing it as well. But he'll tell you that he should have had that. But definitely no worries right there. Going to have that glove broken in or have that baby back.
Yeah. And then we see at this point the throw down to second base. And this is a ball that Miggy real probably tells you, Adrian, that he should have caught.
Yeah, 100%. Miggy was trying to not let the runner know until the very last second where the throw was so he could apply. Yeah. And I think middle infielders do this all the time. They wait, and then they try to catch and tag at the same time because they don't want the runner knowing. And it allows them to apply the tag a little bit faster. Sometimes when the ball is in between, as a first baseman, we know when the short hops are in between where it's going to bounce and it's not going to bounce, those are the hardest balls to catch because you don't know if you go all the way down or if you stay up a little bit. So I think the in-between, the trying to do the tag at the same time, all that compounded to him not catching that ball, got away from him. Those are little things that, again, today was that type of day where Will Smith, the pass ball, the broken in glove, it's a backup glove for a reason because you're not comfortable with him with that glove in the game. whatever happens, I'm going to blame Possum for that. He's the trainer. He's supposed to fix the gloves. He's supposed to have the gloves right.
Got to throw a little extra pine tar in that second glove,
exactly.
Right?
You know, so no, it's just one of those days where you just can't. I mean,
things happen. Both of those guys are elite at what they do. Will Smith behind the plate and Miguel Rojas
100%.
at shortstop. Speaking of Miggy Rowe, he was playing with a heavy heart today after his father suddenly passed away yesterday. We'll have more on Rojas, and we'll hear from Dave Roberts coming up.